Hello everyone, it's your options guy. Welcome back to another video. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to talk about Salesforce and we're going to talk about basically my three main reasons why I think you should be investing into Salesforce. And I actually love Salesforce a lot, that I even busted out my Salesforce swag, as you can see right here. So just to show you guys that basically I love this company and I love the way it's going. And usually any company that I do videos on, I consider it a really good company and I have a lot of respect for. So Salesforce is definitely up there. I'll even explain personally why I have a lot of respect for it. Not just my three reasons, but I'll cover more into that in a little bit. So let's get into it. All right, but first I want to emphasize again, I'm not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. I basically do these videos for entertainment purposes. I just want to give you guys my opinion or any news that I see. I mainly report news on stocks that I'm talking about. So again, not a financial advisor. Now let's get into it. Okay, first let's talk about what is Salesforce. For those of you that don't know, who are not currently investing into Salesforce, let's do a quick recap. So Salesforce is basically the number one CRM. For those of you that don't know what a CRM is, it stands for Customer Relationship Management. And it's honestly the best, I would say, number one in CRM, number one software as a service in that space. And it's definitely a big company. It's huge. It's somewhat in its mature state. However, I still think it has a lot of growth. But anyway, so for those of you that are not like business savvy, basically what Salesforce does is let's say you start a business. Let's say you started a business selling, I don't know, shoes for whatever reason. Let's go with shoes. And then your business starts blowing up, and then you're having a hard time tracking all the customers that you're selling to. So you're having a hard time figuring out which accounts you're selling to, who the contacts are, how much you're selling, all that information. You kind of need like one single place to do all that, and that's what Salesforce does basically. So Salesforce allows you to basically manage everything you do with sales. So that's where the customer relationship management type comes in, where you're able to manage the customers that you're doing business with, along with all the sales and everything all in one place. So they make it really easy for you to use a lot of features out of the box. Even if you don't know any like programming or coding or anything, it's a really powerful tool for you to use. And it's a really great space for you to have everything all, online basically. Okay, so now that we covered basically what Salesforce is, now let's talk about the three reasons why I think you should be investing in it. So the number one reason is growth. So Salesforce is basically, it was founded in 1999 and it's been growing ever since. And it's been growing like kind of like double digits in a way for many years. And now it's more of like a mature company. Even though it's a mature company, it still has a lot of growth. And I think it has a lot of growth potential still. So as you can see right here on my right hand side, basically I'm showing an article where they're talking about the growth and talking about the earnings that just happened. So in the previous earnings, they were up in revenue 20% year over year, and that's good for a company this size. Not only that, they basically raised their fiscal year 2022 guidance, basically saying that they're expecting to make over 25 billion. And I mean, so that's good. They have a huge growth potential still, and they're a company that's like a blue chip type of company, like Microsoft, Apple, those types of companies that are relatively safe. And it still has a lot of growth potential, I think. As of right now, the stock price sits at around 217. I think it's been going down, one, because of the earnings. Even if you have really good earnings, I think the stock overall can just drop, because if I feel like in order for the stock to shoot up a lot, it has to exceed expectations by a lot. But either way, Salesforce went down. I think right now it's a really good buying opportunity. And not only that, the whole stock market has been kind of shaky lately. So I think that with the earnings, it's kind of been bringing it down recently. Not only that, because of, or to add on top of that, also they had recently acquired Slack, and that cost a pretty penny. So given all that information, I think that's where we are with Salesforce right now at 217 per share. So I think personally, I think they should be sitting around 250. So it definitely has some upside, and I can see it be worth a lot more in the upcoming years. So definitely has a lot of upside. It has a lot of growth potential. And I think it's just like one of those safe bet type of companies. All right, so the second reason is because of demand. So not only is there a lot of demand for Salesforce, like, having like the best number one CRM tool out there. There's a lot of companies that are picking up on this, but there's a lot of demand for people who are savvy in Salesforce. So there's a lot of demand for Salesforce business analysts, Salesforce administrators, Salesforce developers. There's huge demand. And the reason why there's huge demand is because I'm one of them. Personally, what I do on my own personal day job is I'm a Salesforce developer, and well, as you can see, that's kind of why I love Salesforce so much. Salesforce, there's a huge demand for Salesforce type of careers right now. So as of right now, anytime when there's like a new job around my area, there's a lot of recruiters jumping in and kind of like asking me like, hey, like there's this new job, do you want to work for us, blah, blah, blah. So there's huge demand for Salesforce developers and administrators and so on. So that should tell you that there's huge demand for the tool itself. So I know personally that I worked with many different businesses. A lot of the companies that weren't using Salesforce before, like let's say they were using Oracle or some other type of CRM, they definitely made the transfer over to Salesforce because there's just nothing better than Salesforce as of right now. Not only is there nothing better than Salesforce, Salesforce is like years ahead. So there's definitely a lot of demand for Salesforce, and a lot of companies are switching over to Salesforce just because it's honestly the best. It just makes your life a lot easier, and it has a lot of basically everything you need all in one place. So huge demand for Salesforce in general and for Salesforce employees or careers. Now, I don't work for Salesforce, the company itself. What I do is Salesforce related, so I'm not giving you guys any insider information because I don't work for the company, but I can definitely tell you as someone who works using the tool that there's a lot of demand for this company. All right, and so the third reason why I think you should be investing into Salesforce is because of the competition. So Salesforce, again, I've been going over this. Salesforce is number one CRM right now out there. I think it's gonna be number one for a while, and there's a lot of competition, I guess you can call it competition, but the closest competition doesn't even come close personally. That's what I think. So I would classify Microsoft Dynamics as being like probably like the closest competitor, if anything. But even knowing Microsoft Dynamics, it doesn't have a lot of capabilities that Salesforce has. So Salesforce definitely is out there, and it's a giant CRM system. It's definitely, I would say, like the king as of right now, and it's gonna hold that king status for a while. Very much like if you're investing in Tesla or something like that. Tesla is kind of the king of EVs as of right now. There's nothing that even comes close. No matter what people tell you, there's nothing that comes close to Tesla as of right now, and there's nothing that comes close to Salesforce as of right now. So that's why Salesforce is definitely I would classify it as one of the most popular stocks, and I think it has a lot of growth potential. There's a huge demand for this tool, and there's not that much competition. So with all those three reasons wrapped up, I believe that's why you should be investing into Salesforce. Anyway, so if you have any personal questions for me, go ahead and leave a comment. If you like this video, make sure you give a like. I'll be doing more videos, definitely covering more Salesforce information. I also cover Palantir a lot, and I'm going to be covering a lot of other stocks as well. So if you liked, make sure you give a like, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you guys in the next video.